everyone, y'all, Coach Jeremiah is here, and I want to tell y'all 4 things that I look for with training my clients. Once you are onboarded to being a client with me, one of the first things I look for is mental clarity. You know, at first the Bible talks about I was once blind, now I see. So I look for how are you doing mentally after we go through the assessment process. Are you feeling mentally well about your workouts? Are you feeling mentally well about your sessions? Are you feeling mentally well about your nutrition? How are you feeling after you work out? How are you feeling after just prioritizing your health? Okay, like that's one of the main factors I look for, because how you perceive stuff mentally is going to change the directory and trajectory of your fitness and health journey. If you still feeling stagnant mentally, if you still feeling like you don't want to prioritize your health, then that's a problem. You know, everything starts with the mind first, and then everything follows. So once we get your mind right, then I know that you will be headed in the right direction. That's why I ask my clients all the time. I'm like, okay, how are you feeling mentally? And also, it's just prayer points for me as well to pray about, because I want to see y'all free mentally, especially in the space of your health. Everything follows behind in your health. It goes for your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. God cares about it all. And if the enemy can get to your mind, he can get to your health. Okay? So, mental clarity is one of them. Secondly, ask about digestive issues. Okay? Now, when I'm in the assessment process, I ask all these questions to get a feel of how your body has been moving. So I will ask, like, have you been having regular bowel movements? Okay, so he'll be shocked that I tell him, like, we're supposed to have regular bowel movements after every meal. And if you're not having regular bowel movements after every meal, then that is a digestive issue. That is a gut issue, because that food is supposed to be traveling through your digestive and your large and small intestines and leaving out after you eat. If you're not eating the right foods, it's going to be harder for it to flow through your digestive system and through your large and small intestines. So I give my clients a plan that works for them. And if I find out, like, they're still not having regular bowel movements, like I tell them, like, you're supposed to at least be having 1 bowel movement a day, at least. But you're really supposed to be having it after every meal, but at least 1 time a day. At least. Because something has to flush. That's how we gain a lot of weight too. Because a lot of food be held in our guts and it don't come out. So it just holds and blocks up. And depending on the food you eat, it's gonna stay stuck. Like, I just watched a video not too long ago about the processing and breakdown of McDonald's food. It don't digest well. It don't break down. Your food is supposed to be breaking down. That's why you're supposed to eat a lot of high fiber fruits and vegetables and some nice protein meat that breaks down easy. You know, I know steak takes like 3 days to break down, depending on your metabolism. So it's a lot that plays a part in the breakdown of your food for you to have a regular bowel movement. So if I find out they're still not having regular bowel movements, I figure out what's the problem. Or do I need to recommend you a probiotic? Because a probiotic can actually help with your gut health. So it's a lot of different things, y'all. But that's the second one I asked for. Third one, how is your body feeling? I want to know if your body is moving as it's supposed to move. Are you feeling dreadful during the workouts? Are you feeling any pain throughout the workouts? Like, all that matters to me because I want to make sure that I'm proficiently training my clients to the best of their ability. I do train my clients. I do challenge my clients. I do challenge them. But I know it ain't nothing too hard for them to bear. But I also know that, like, depending on the warfare they may be going through, or just where they are mentally, that would stagnate them. And I'm not ignorant to the fact that the enemy will literally cause people to have pain for no reason. Like, people would just attack a knee. Like, it's crazy, y'all. But I take all that into consideration. That's why I do pray for my clients and just make sure, I consult the Lord in how He wants me to train them, how He wants me to help them in their journey. So there is very much key, guys. But also, it's also tended to spiritual health. And that's why we also have fast, to where we're fasting and we're trying to break strongholds that are connected to our health. The enemy would attack your health in any way he can. Like, inflammation is a sign of a curse. And that also derives from unforgiveness. Sin, a lot of sin will attack your health. Have a open door for your health to get attacked. So it's a lot of stuff that I try to pinpoint in the spirit and in the natural for my clients. So it's very interesting at times. But yes, y'all, that is one of them. I said 3 things and I said 4 things.